All right, I'm trying something totally new and different for the vinyl community. I'm doing two contest entries, but not only am I doing two contest entries, I'm combining them. Now, that may disqualify me from everything. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It'll save you time, but it's also fun because I could merge these two together. I really like them both. First is for Jack, the vinyl Martini. Ever since Jack started, I think I was one of his early subscribers. Fun guy. Keeps saying he comes to Denver once in a while, or is going to come. Still looking for you, Jack. I mean, I found a couple. Well, you already know through my going to these different record stores. There's not a lot of cheap records here, but I'm sure there's something. But the other one's a new channel I hadn't ever watched before, but I'm subbing to, and it's Stylus meets vinyl. And Stylus meets vinyl, it's Chris. I would love to tell you a lot about his channel, but I can't because I'm new to his channel. But I love the idea of his contest because it's around the world. And I had been working on this world vinyl tag, which still is undecided about doing it because I love music from around the world. So, Jack is asking for a bunch of comps. He's going to donate the prize money to a charity, which is fantastic. Jack's done that before. Chris is going to, he has a fairly good sized prize, and that's a Amazon gift card. And they both end on the 21st. So tick tock, as usual, I kind of push these off to the very end. So I got comps from around the world and records from around the world. So on Chris's, we have to show a record from every continent. And I have one from every continent. Yes, every continent, including Antarctica. I got an album. Ha ha. And Jack, we're going to do it with comps. So let's begin for both of these. For Jack, comp. How about this? 60s Japanese garage psych sampler. I think that's from Asia. Talk about fun. Look at that. I mean, look at these guys. They're wearing jock straps. How cool is that? I mean, talk about having a good time out there. And you know what? The lights get hot. These guys are ready to go. So, comp from Asia. You could take that too, Chris. But for Chris, I'm going to show Kageki Moyo, one of my all-time favorite bands. Out of Japan, though they are living, I believe, in Denmark or the Netherlands now. But this is just some of the best new psych out there. It's just outstanding stuff. Kageki Moyo. That takes care of Asia. How about then Europe? And for the comp, for Jack, pop psychedelic. Here we have French psychedelic pop. Fun. And you know what? This is just filled with words that I can't pronounce. Giulius, Franz Gall, Fabian Dassault. Well, I may do it. Stereo Lab and Air. Okay, I know those two. This is fun. This is cool stuff out of France. France has really made some good stuff, but I'm really kind of lacking on French music. So happy to have that. Excuse me, getting rid of a cold. So for Chris from Europe, Psych, Baby Wood Rose. This came out in the early aughts. Ulf Lorenzen's band. Absolutely phenomenal. Just look at that cover. You know exactly what you're going to be getting on this. This is some real trippy, great stuff. Fantastic music. Baby Wood Rose out of Europe. South America, let's go over there. For Jack, a comp. Peru, Salvantatico. This is a bunch of Peruvian garage rock bands. How fun is that one, huh? I mean, this is out of Analog Africa, which I pretty much have their entire catalog. Comes with a book and everything. And it just goes through. Great. Peru made such good garage rock, but they also some great psych rock and other music. So we have that. But I'm also going to show you, Jack, because I like you so much. Love, Peace, and Poetry, Brazilian Psychedelic Music. And this is a whole series. I only have a few of them, but it was a fun series that is filled with eye candy on the cover, but some very cool Brazilian music. So really, really good. Which brings me to you, Chris. For you, let's go down to Argentina. Papa's Blues. Outstanding hard rock out of Argentina from the early 70s. Now, the very, very first Papa's Blues album is the best. I think it might be self-titled. I have only the vinyl left. The flood wiped out the cover, but I saved the vinyl because it's so dang good. But these are also really cool. You can see, again, kind of a psyche, hard rock, early 70s type stuff. Papa Blues. And the name of this one, it's actually Papa Blues 2. This is volume 3. Papa Blues. All right, so let's pop over to Africa because obviously I'm just jumping all over the damn place. And we have an African comp from Love, Peace, and Poetry here, and African psychedelic music. Jack, this is for you. Again, we have lovely eye candy jumping around on the back. Just cool stuff out of Africa. I mean, it's amazing, the stuff that they really came out. And yeah. And now for Chris, the reason why I said, okay, I have to sub this guy, you showed Zamrock. So, here's original. We got this original Zamrock, Keith Maluhu. There's a witch. This is original Zamrock that is beat to piss. I do have represses. To me, this is the best Zamrock, and you can get a repress. So, Chris, if you're interested in Zamrock, Ricky Ilaganga. Get that, Zambia. Either that or the next one would be Paul Ngozi. The Ngozi family. Either of these two, you want some hot Zamrock, those are the ways to go. So, absolute fan. That's African, this is African, this is African music. That's almost all analog Africa. These are artists, mostly all Zamrock. Okay, that means we're jumping over to Australia. I have no comps, Jack, from Australia. I'm sorry. I know. Get over it, dude. No comps from Australia. But we do. This is brand new this year from Fuzz Club. Orb. Talesman Ben. Psyche. Fun stuff. This group's just phenomenal. It's putting out a lot of great music. One of my top albums of 2024. Orb. And Talesman Ben. Good stuff. Got to put that back in order for my for that video. And another one from Australia, Glass Bends, and I just showed this recently, and I want to make sure. Glass Beams. I said Bends, Glass Beams, Mahal. This is like Krungbin, but better than Krungbin. Just as a 3-piece guitar, a couple guitars and drums. They wear a mask, hides their face. It's instrumental. There's oohs and ahs. Outstanding. Again, one of my top albums of 2024. So not only that, you got fantastic picks. We should go to America because we forget that continent. And for a compilation, Strum and Thrum. This is the American Django Underground from 1983 to 1987. Isn't that nice looking? It's like a couple album box set. It has a nice book in here. Comes with just a great comp. Yeah, look at that thickness of that book. Really good stuff. If you're into that 80s Django rock scene, you really can't go wrong with this. There's a lot of obscure groups that I've never heard of that are on here, and it makes you really want to dig further into it. So that's pretty phenomenal. Now, since I'm from the U.S., you could. Well, I got Pearl Jam back there. There's Goo. Just do the Cramps because they're like one of the greatest groups ever made. So, yeah, the Cramps from U.S. So, that takes care of you, Chris, for the U.S. All right, before I do Canada, let's do Antarctica. And I said, The reason why I'm doing this is I was just excited because I know I have an album that really deals with Antarctica. And this one, the photography is from Antarctica. I don't think anybody's shown it. And here's the photography. When the Beatles were looking to have a picture of the White Album, a lot of people don't know this, but John Lennon said, let's go down and take a picture in Antarctica. And they did. And this is just these fun facts that aren't known off, shall we say, hidden gems of rock and roll history. And so I don't know if all the Beatles did, but some of them went down, supposedly in a yellow submarine. I'm not quite sure on that part. I can't back that fact up. But I know they went down and they took a picture in Antarctica. Now, it was kind of windy and snowy that day, but this is what they came up with. They're hoping to see some mountains and stuff like that in there. There's just too snowy and didn't come through. So this album, the artwork was inspired by a trip to Antarctica. So I think that's what's really exciting about that album. A lot of folks don't know that. So try to be educational. And then from Canada. So I went to pick up one Canadian album, but this was interesting. I have three different groups of Canadian groups in a row. I mean, in my thing, there's no American, no British, no nothing else. These three Canadian groups, they sit together in my record collection in alphabetical order. That would be Rush, the Sadies, and Saga. Yeah. I actually went to pull the Sadies because I love the Sadies. And I go, wait, Rush is next to them. And I look, holy smoke, Saga's over there. Boy, so I have a whole Canadian contingent in one of these cubes here, just these Canadian guys together. And I think that's pretty cool of me. So I forgot my shout outs. I forgot to do my shout outs. All right, so a couple shout outs, because that's something that Chris had asked for. I have Married to Vinyl, that's simple enough, and Richard S. Both channels I'm truly enjoying, doing great. I think both have done vinyl tags. They're both newer channels, so check them out. Richard S. and Married to Vinyl. No, I think I got everything done. We'll find out. Bye. There's my entry. I combined them. If that kicks me out, A-okay, because this was just fun to do. Anytime I can show music from around the world, because that's kind of what I love to find, I'm happy to do it. I could have went on forever on compilations, Jack. I love compilations. And Chris, the world is filled with great music. And my whole purpose is to try to find some of it. And I have a lot of viewers that keep suggesting it and spending my money. So there we have it. So Jack Vinyl Martini, please check out his channel. Jack's a great guy, also known as the best head of hair in the VC. Bobby Gaylor is really close, though. He has freaking good hair, too. But he has that rock and roll look. Jack, you and me, we got the grandpa look, man. But great head of hair. Chris, Stylus meets Vinyl. Love your energy. Just watching your video. You're there. You're enjoying. Your passion shows. And I really like that. And I'm looking forward to watching more of your videos. And as for me, well, this is what you get. So I know contest videos aren't all the most popular watch, but I hope you found this entertaining and you learned something, especially about the White Album. Thanks, everyone. Have a great rest of the week. See you Sunday morning on the Early Morning Sunday Show. Bye.